Hi everybody, this is Barry, again with another video for the Breck After School Music Program online. As we get further into the quarantine, I feel like what is most advantageous, like I said in some other videos, for me to share with you is what my process is as a musician, because I'm having to sort of learn and retool myself and figure out what works in this new reality. But at the same time, I'm just going ahead and continuing to play music like I always have, and I want to show you what I'm up to. So I'm working on a song right now, and the song, the track is, it's almost all the way there. I played all the instruments live on it, and then went in and edited stuff up to make it nice and tight. And so I have a track that I'm ready to sing on, and so I wanted to share with you my process. This is something that I'm not that comfortable with. I never really have been the guy that's like, oh, look at me in the booth, or here's me at the studio, or whatever. I'm sort of the opposite. I don't know if it's just because I'm a little old school and it's just a different, way of thinking about it, but I don't really like to share my process that much. That's sort of like, a thing that most people like to do, and I'm trying to learn how to do it, but I'm pretty private about my process. But I'm going to let you guys in a little bit on it today. So have a look, though, at what I'm using. So here you see my pop filter, which we've talked about, and then you see my nice condenser, my Lewitt condenser mic, and I'm going into my nice equipment that I have over there. But what's this? You're like, wait, why is there a hat and a shirt? Well, I don't have what they call I don't have a booth, and I also don't have anything to sort of isolate my voice from bouncing around the room. And having that behind the microphone as I sing at the microphone actually helps to make the microphone sound more like it's in the booth, more dry, more so I have control over it later. So what it's doing is it's reflecting and absorbing some of the sound before it gets to the walls of the room, where then it's going to bounce off. So I hear less of the room. All right, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go in the other room, and I'm going to go ahead and hit record and come back in here, and I'm going to give it a shot and see how I do. All right. I see now how the same mistakes befall every generation in its turn. I see now why you thought I'd never learn. Okay, I'm gonna stop and come back to that song. Okay, now the reason I stopped is because I don't like the mix. I set it up myself, but I have the microphone in a different room, and it's a little bit difficult to dial things exactly in. What I mean by I don't like the mix is I can't hear enough of my voice. I can hear enough of the track, but I can't hear enough of my voice. Now, the solution that I usually would choose for this would either be to turn up my voice in the mix, which I may do. There are sometimes reasons why you might not want to do that. You might be getting feedback from the voice or something like that. What I might also do is just try to take one headphone off. Now, I don't love to do that with these headphones because I don't like to hold these headphones while I'm singing, because they're made kind of noisy. Like, better headphones are not as noisy when you hold them on your head. So I don't want to hear all this cracking and stuff in the microphone. So I like to have my headphones. The reason you do that, by the way, is when you have one ear exposed, you can hear how you sound in the room, and it's a little bit easier to be accurate with pitches. It's a little bit easier to hear what you're doing, especially if you're not dealing with an experienced engineer who knows how to get you just the right mix in the headphones. Fortunately, I know how to get myself just the right mix, so I'm going to go tweak it a little bit, and I'm going to come right back. So don't go anywhere. Okay, you may be able to tell this. I didn't start again. You may be able to tell this, but what I did just now is I turned down the master volume of my track. So I turned down my output of all my tracks mixed together. And then I turned the headphones up. And because of the way that I'm monitoring my vocals, I should now be able to hear more vocal against the track and still have plenty of track. So let's try that. Start singing the song, but I can always erase this part in the beginning, and I just want to be able to explain things to you. So it sounds a little better to me. Let's see how it is. Two, yeah. Everybody got to do that in the booth, right? Yeah. I see now how the same mistakes befall every generation in its turn. And I see now why you thought I'd never learn. And I see now how the same is... Oops, I messed it up. So that's going to happen. That's probably why I'm trying to... part of why I'm trying to show you this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go stop it, and then I'm going to try it again. But what I'm going to do is not erase the track that I just did. You know, I didn't do that much. I could erase it, but the first line might be okay. So I'm going to go make myself a new track, or playlist they call it, and then try it again. Be back in a second. By the way, I do like the mix now. I see now how the same mistakes befall every generation in its turn. And I see now why you thought I'd never learn. And I see now how our fear and anger rule, while the best intentions die in vain. I see now why you had aboard that train. I can fix it all, go over it again, but hindsight passes right through all the veins. Signs I caught too late
ones I didn't read sent me here to where the road no longer leads.
All right, I'm gonna go stop it one more time. Okay, now because I only have one camera angle, I guess I just need to explain this to you. I don't really want to sit and listen to the takes. I only have so much recording time in a particular video on this camera. So the reason I stopped is because I said a wrong lyric. Normally, I would just keep going. One of the things that I want you to see through this process is that sometimes you get a whole take through the whole song, and it's great, but that's the rarest of experiences. What I will try to do is I'll try to do full takes and take the best parts of each one. But sometimes, and especially in the studio, like really professional projects, people will go in and do things over and over and over again and do what's called comping and put together the best version from each take. Now, part of the reason that I don't just stop and do each section separately is because I want there to be some sense of continuity of the arc of the song, the energy of the song. I want the song to sound like it's the beginning at the beginning. I want it to sound like there's a development in something towards the middle. And at the end, I want it to conclude, not just with the music, not just with the lyrics, but with my vibe, my energy, how I'm singing. And it's a very subtle thing to listen to, and sometimes it's really hard to determine that. But that is what I am. That's why I will do full takes so that it's a full performance and I can take from each part of the full performances and make the best one together. I will sometimes go in and fix a note or two. All right, I'm going to try this one more time, and then I think that that's going to be the end of this video for now. All right, so hold on just a moment.
I see now how the same mistakes befall every generation in its turn. And I see now why you thought I'd never learn. And I see now how our fear and anger rule, while the best intentions die in vain. And I see now why you had aboard that train. I can fix it all, go over it again, but hindsight passes right through all the veins. Signs I didn't read, ones I saw too late, sent me here to where the road begins to fade. And I see now when you're not sure, you recall, as you take a beat to fabricate the truth. And I see now all the stains of wasted youth. And I see now that the cages in our minds are where we serve our time. And I see now how I locked you up in mine. I can make it right, separate the dark and light. But hindsight passes right through all the veins. Signs I caught too late, the ones I didn't heed, sent me here to where the road no longer leads. Sometimes it seems like the planning committee on high is taking lunch. The lions and the lambs all getting it on. I've been every different kind of blind there is to be. Now I see.
Feels really silly doing this, but I hope you guys are getting some out of it.
I see now that the flames with which we fight can also burn the light. And I see now that the darkness only yields a fleeting glimpse, and I ain't seen nothing since.
All right. Felt weird about the timing of at that ending. So I have all kinds of things going through my head when I'm doing this and when I'm singing, but mostly I'm just trying to focus on what is it that I am trying to say to the audience. I hope you enjoyed this. I'll be sure to share with you the final product once I get this done, and I hope you have a wonderful day. All right, take care.